I hope you all are fit and fine at your places. I'm Priyanka Bish from Ardent Progressive School, and in today's session, we'll continue with the third chapter of accountancy, which is recording of transaction part 1. As in the previous class, we have studied about accounting equation. So here we'll be starting a numerical portion with journal. Now journal means, journal we also call it as books of original entry. As we have already studied about accounting process, we know accounting process starts with identification of financial nature transaction. Once the transactions are identified, that means the transaction relating to financial nature is identified, then those transactions are measured in terms of money. And the financial transaction which are measured in terms of money, they are recorded in the books called journal. So basically journal is a books of original entry. Why? Because in journal the transactions are recorded for the first time. That is why it is called books of original entry. Now here we will study how to record the transactions in journal. For that some basic accounting rules should be kept in mind. Now in the theoretical portion we have already studied about the three types of accounts, which is personal account, real account and nominal account. There are three types of accounts: personal account, real account and nominal account. Personal accounts are those accounts which are related to a particular person or an institutions or firm. For example, Ram account, Sham account, ABC Limited, Delhi University, etc. These all comes in the category of personal account. One thing should be kept in mind that bank account is also considered as personal account, capital account and drawing account. All these categories comes under personal account. Now rule for personal account is debit the receiver and credit the giver. The one who receives will be debited and the one who gives will be credited. This is the rule for personal account. Now second is real account. Real account basically consists of all the assets of the firm, fixed and current assets. So the rule for real account is debit what comes in and credit what goes out. This is the rule for real account. That means whatever assets comes in the business, it is debited, and whatever asset goes out of business, it will be credited. Now third type of account is nominal account. Nominal account includes all the expenses and losses and incomes and gains of the company. So here the rule for nominal account is debit all expenses and losses and credit all income and gains. This is the rule for nominal account. Whatever expense or losses the company bears, it will be debited, and whatever income or gain the company earns, it will be credited. So these three rules should be kept in mind while passing journal entries. So now we will solve some numerical question based on journal entries so that we can learn how to record the transaction in journal. Question is, enter the following transaction in the journal of C.R. Ram and Sons. 1st January, C.R. Ram and Sons started business with cash rupees 50,000. Purchased goods for cash 20,000 on 2nd January. Then 4th January purchased goods from Subhash 12,000. 5th January purchased furniture for cash 6,000. 10th January paid cash to Subhash 8,000. 16th January purchased goods from Ravi for cash 7,500. 17th January purchased goods from Ravi 5,000. 20th January, bought machinery for cash, rupees 8,000. 27th January, paid rent 400. Now coming to the solution part, so first we will draw the format of journal. As we are preparing a journal of C.R. Ram and Sons, so heading will be Journal of C.R. Ram and Sons. Format of journal will be date. First column will be of date, then particulars will be the second column, third column is of ledger folio, LF, which is ledger folio. Fourth and fifth column is of amount. This is the debit amount and this is a credit amount. So there are 5 columns in the format of journal: date, particulars, ledger folio, debit amount and credit amount. So the first transaction took place on 1st January 2018. 1st January. First transaction is C.R. Ram and Sons started business with cash 50,000. Now as we know, we have studied about the business entity concept, which according to which business and the businessman are separate entity. That means all the transaction in the books of account, they are recorded from business point of view and not from the owner's point of view. So here, as we know, the owner is investing some amount in the business, which is rupees 50,000. So 50,000 cash is coming in the business. Cash is considered as real account, and the rule for real account is debit what comes in and credit what goes out. So if cash is coming in the business, so we will debit cash account. Now the proprietor is the giver of cash. So here proprietor's capital account will be credited. Why? Because proprietor is a personal account and rule for personal account is debit the receiver, credit the giver. So here proprietor is giving cash of rupees 50,000 to the business. So that is why we will credit capital account. Amount, debit amount is 50,000 and credit amount is also 50,000. Here there will be a narration. Narration is basically the detail of the transaction. So here narration will be cash brought in by C.R. Ram and Sons as capital. Now, second transaction is purchased goods for cash rupees 20,000. Date is 2nd Jan. Purchased goods for cash. Now here, 2 accounts are affected. Purchases account and cash account. Purchases means expense. So purchases account is considered as nominal account. Rule for nominal account is debit all expenses and losses. So here we will debit purchases account. Goods have been purchased for cash. Cash is a real account. Now we are purchasing goods and we are giving cash. So cash is going out of the business. Cash is a real account. Rule for real account is debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So here we will credit cash account because there is an outflow of cash by purchasing goods. So entry will be purchases account debit to cash account. Amount is rupees 20,000. Narration for this transaction will be goods purchased for cash. We record purchases account in case of only goods. If we are purchasing asset, at that time we will debit asset account, not purchases account. Purchases will be recorded only in case of goods purchased. Now, third transaction is goods purchased from Subhash, and the transaction took place on 4th January. Now here goods have been purchased from Subhash. So here also two accounts are affected. It is not mentioned in the transaction that the goods have been purchased in cash. If the transaction is purchased goods from Subhash, it is considered that goods have been purchased on credit because there is no cash mentioned in the transaction. So here two accounts are affected. First is purchases account, second is Subhash account. So here we know when goods are purchases is considered as an expense. It is a nominal account, so purchases account will be debited according to the rule of nominal account. And goods have been purchased from Subhash on credit. So here we have not made any payment to Subhash. Subhash will be considered as our creditor. So Subhash is a personal account, and rule for personal account is debit the receiver, credit the giver. So here we will credit Subhash account. So journal entry will be purchases account debit to Subhash account, and the amount is rupees 12,000. Narration for this transaction will be goods purchased from Subhash on credit. Now, next transaction is purchased furniture for cash 6,000. Date is 5th January. Now here furniture has been purchased. So we will not record purchases account. Why? Because furniture is an asset. So here two accounts are affected. First is furniture account, second is cash account. So we know furniture is a real account. Rule for real account is debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So furniture is coming in the business. We will debit furniture account. And we know by purchasing furniture there is an outflow of cash. Cash is going out of business. Cash is also a real account. Rule for real account is debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So here we will credit cash account. Journal entry will be furniture account debit to cash account, and the amount is 6,000. Narration for this transaction will be furniture purchased on cash. Now, next transaction is paid cash to Subhash, 10th January. Here also two accounts are affected. First, cash account, second, Subhash account. So, cash has been paid to Subhash. We know Subhash is a personal account. Rule for personal account is debit the receiver. If we are paying cash to Subhash, that means Subhash is receiving cash. So, we will debit Subhash account. Cash is a real account. Rule for real account is debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So if we are paying cash to Subhash, that means there is outflow of cash from the business. So we will credit cash account. Amount is rupees 8,000. Narration for this transaction will be paid cash to Subhash. Now, next transaction is purchased goods from Ravi for cash, 16th January. Purchased goods from Ravi for cash. So, goods have been purchased from Ravi for cash. Here also two accounts are affected. First, purchases account, second, cash account. So we know purchases is an expense and it is a nominal account. Rule for nominal account is debit all expenses. So we will debit purchases account. Now goods have been purchased from Ravi for cash. That means by purchasing goods we are paying cash. There is an outflow of cash from the business. Cash is a real account. Rule for real account is debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So here also there is outflow of cash. We will credit cash account. And amount is rupees 7,500. Narration for this transaction will be purchased goods from Ravi for cash. Next transaction is purchase goods from Ravi, 17th January. Now here goods have been purchased from Ravi. It is not mentioned whether the goods is purchased on credit. So we will assume that goods have been purchased from Ravi on credit. So again we know purchases account is affected. Purchases is an expense and we know expenses comes under nominal account. The rule for nominal account is debit all expenses. So that is why we have debited purchases account. Goods have been purchased from Ravi. Ravi is a personal account here. And the rule for personal account is debit the receiver, credit the giver. So here Ravi is the giver of goods. We will credit Ravi's account. Amount is rupees 5,000. Now narration for this transaction will be goods purchased from Ravi on credit. Next transaction is on 20th January. And the transaction is bought machinery for cash. So here machinery has been purchased. We know machinery is an asset. So here two accounts are affected. First machinery account and second cash account. Both the accounts are asset here. And all assets comes under real account. Rule for real account is debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So here we are purchasing machinery for cash. That means machinery is coming in the business and cash is going out of business. So here according to the real account rule, we will debit machinery account as machinery is coming in the business and there is outflow of cash. So we will credit cash account. Amount is rupees 8,000. Narration will be machinery purchased on cash. Now the last transaction is paid rent, rupees 400. Date is 27th January. Now here rent has been paid. Rent is an expense because if we are paying rent, that means it is expense for the company. Now expenses are always paid in cash. So rent is an expense and cash is an asset. Here according to the rule of nominal account, we know all the expenses are debited. So we will debit rent account. And this rent has been paid for cash. So here cash account is a real account. Rule for real account is debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Cash is going out of business, so we will write to cash account. Amount of rent is rupees 400 on debit column, 400 on credit column. Here the narration for this transaction will be paid rent. So this is how we record all the transactions of financial nature which can be expressed in terms of money in the books of original entry called journal. This is the way we record the transaction. We have to keep in mind all the rules of all the three types of accounts: real, personal and nominal account. And based on these rules, we will record all the transaction in journal. So in this session, we have learned to record the transaction in journal. In the next session, we will be solving some more questions based on different transaction of journal. That's all for today. Thank you.